Whoa! We are live, folks. We are live. Woo!
Woo!
Yes. Speak to him, Almighty.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus! Ultra!
Yes.
By the power of Holy Skull.
Yes, for the Snowman. You know, we're ready. Well, you better be ready. Don't forget to put your stuff in the chat, Snowman, so I can pin it. Last night we had such a fire show. I think somebody sabotaged me when it came to my show because they really tried to hide my comments. Thank you, YouTube. With such bitch assness. Now we're gonna talk some cops and some sports. And ladies and gentlemen, the Snowman's in the building. How you feeling, Snowman?
Good evening, sir. I'm feeling great. How are you?
Styling and profiling like always.
As we always do.
How's Jody and the kids?
Oh, man. Jody's great. She just got home from work, very, very tired. So she's unwinding. I've been waiting to do this fundraiser. We're going to keep doing them each week until we reach our goal, ladies and gentlemen. And believe me, we got a goal. We got goals to reach, and we got mountains to climb. I'm going to post my stuff into the chat right now.
And we're going to look good doing it, baby.
Oh, we're going to do it. We are going to do it. And this is the best day I've had in a while, energy-wise. Been able to get around. I had a chance to take the dogs out a couple times today, and I've been here in my office just grinding, getting everything together about the show, about my network, and to the commander of the Black Lion security firm. As I promised, I'm going to get your logo up on my website tonight while we're doing this. I mean, I got my laptop in front of me, and everything is set up. We're running through my mixer, so I'm gonna be grinding here in front of my computer, getting stuff done. We're gonna have this show for however long it takes because I'll go ahead and put this out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to raise at least, or try to raise at least $2,000. to go into the till for the initiative that we got going on here, and that's to get my wife and me back on our feet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you got? Speaking, since you're our resident sportscaster, who do you got for the finals, man?
I say the Warriors in 6.
Mm.
It'll take 6 games because Klay Thompson's not warm yet. The Warriors just got reinforcements and they used them all. Boston's at home, and that crowd's going to be loud. And I'm happy for the Celtics in getting to the finals. I'm happy, and I hope it becomes a nearly year or year after next thing, because that's a young club that's growing. But I just see strength in numbers for Golden State, and it's going to come. It's especially going to come into play when they go to Boston tomorrow.
So you saying it's going to be a war of attrition?
Yes.
War of attrition. See,
yeah,
you got to have those classics like back in the day with the Bulls and Blazers and shit like that. Like, this might actually be a classic series.
Yep. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. A classic series, matchup of styles. Which style is going to have the gas to go longer in the series? And the biggest reason I'm picking the Warriors, except for the series against Toronto in 2019, where they were extremely shorthanded. They didn't have Kevin Durant for a while. Then Klay Thompson got injured in Game 6. And when you lose your 2 biggest guns, there's your war of attrition. And Toronto was just healthy. That's what I'm looking for. Golden State, as weird as this sounds, they weren't playing healthy throughout the playoffs because they had bodies missing. Now that they're in the World Championship Series, and yes, I'm old school, I still call it the World Championship Series, I believe they're just going to have an advantage, and I think Steve Kerr is going to really put a rotation together to outrun Boston. It's going to be a war. It's going to be like Lakers Celtics from the 80s. It's going to be a war of attrition and a war of styles, and that's the kind of series I love.
Would you say that Kerr
Sorry about that.
becoming more? Would you say Steve Kerr is becoming more legendary as a coach than a player?
Yes, because of the coaches he learned under. I mean, you learn under 2 of the greatest, actually 3, because a lot of people forget that Steve Kerr played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and their coach at the time was Lenny Wilkins. So you learn from Lenny Wilkins, you learn from Phil Jackson, and you learn from Greg Popovich. And we know Steve Kerr's legend in Chicago, Game 6, Utah, 1997, when he told Michael as soon as he looked at him, "I'll be ready. I'll be ready to come off the screen and I'll knock the shot down." And Stockton left him, and Steve Kerr knocked the shot down from the free throw line. And then with the Spurs, 2003 against Dallas, Game 6, he hits 4 3-point goals in a 5-minute span in the 4th quarter. And his legend was sealed right there. So he's taking all of those lessons and applying it to what he's doing at Golden State. And the legend just continues to grow for Steve Kerr.
It's kind of funny because it's no secret I'm a wrestler. It's almost like I like to call it it's like the Dan Gable effect.
Yeah.
You come off winning the Worlds, you come off winning the Olympics, then you win 15 national titles with University of Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, like, some people just can't stop being legendary.
No, they can't. Michael Jordan, that tell you anything? Magic Johnson, that tell you anything? the legend doesn't stop.
Yeah.
The legend just does not stop.
And Real Deal Financial. What's up, man?
Officer
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, man? You were saying something, Real Deal.
Oh yeah, I'm in the West Coast. I don't know, man. I'm not impressed with Kerr. I think the players make him better, but he does take Popovich and Phil Jackson and also a lot of aspects of the triangle offense. That's what I do agree on Snowman. Because if you notice, everybody's rotating, everybody's cutting in the same triangle, diagonal type of scenario. Everybody, if Draymond's in the paint, Steph is in the corner, Clay is in that top of the key, or Steph can be on the top of the key, Clay on that corner.
That's what makes Golden State so dangerous. Working that old triangle offense. It's like what Cole and I say all the time on the show: death by 1,000 backdoor cuts. Because if you look at Golden State, as much as they love shooting the three, they will slice you to pieces on the inside.
Well, Draymond is the hammer since they don't have KD anymore. And that's why I hated how the Knicks traded Porzingis, man. I'm really a Knicks fan. That's funny. I'm the most West Coast, East Coast person ever. I blame my mama. She's from Queens.
Understood.
But when it comes to that, when it comes to aspects of the Knicks, they fucked up the triangle offense where Phil, it was making it to the point where triangle offense looked too slow under Phil. But with the Warriors, they play everything hyper fast. They do that bang bang play. They play shoot 'em out type basketball. It's hyper speed. Are you familiar with Street Fighter or Street Fighter 2? Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's hyper Street Fighter with the Warriors. That's the example I can think of. It's hyper Street Fighter with the Warriors. They play, there you go, Chitara. They play at Chitara speed. And you can't
more like
defend
I was thinking more like maybe like E Honda Street Fighter, with the 1001 slash he's throwing at you.
With those chops.
Yes. Yeah, it's flat. Yeah.
And I just gotta say this one thing from my coaching career. A good coach is like a good general. He's gonna play with the guys he have, not the guys he wants. He's going to play to everybody's strengths, and that's what a lot of coaches throughout sports, a lot of them fail to do, is play to your guys' strengths. And as long as you put your guys in the most optimal position for their skill, their training, their education, and physical ability, very seldom you're not going to be on the end of them.
Exactly. Hey, Real Deal Financial, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a logo for your company?
Matter of fact, I need somebody right there. I need it for my real estate business. And that's why I try to come up on the panel and tell Officer Faulkner that I did email you, sir, when it came to credit, when it comes to your security company.
Okay.
I talked to a couple of loan officers. I did email you.
Okay.
Okay. And also, not only just from security company, do me a favor, email me again because my head's been 1,000 places at once. I appreciate it, but also email the Snowman because we're trying to get him financially back. He's a cancer survivor, kicked the shit out of it. And as you can see, this is one of the best men who we're going to promote in the manosphere when we're going to have one of those sit-down sports moments, go back to guy talk. Get in touch with him and make this man better than he was before.
Cool.
I just dropped my email.
Gotta organize the loan. I put my email in the back.
Okay, I just dropped my there's my email right. There's my email for you right there.
Okay, for sure. No problem. But yes, sir, Officer Faulkner. That's why I was like,
all right.
Yo, is he mad at me? Because I had 4 loan officers that said, wait a minute, you got a security company? I'm like,
I'm ready to.
Oh no! Never.
I'm ready to get some big.
Okay.
No, it's just I've been so busy trying to get loans and trying to get
Real
things
deal.
situated because of training, vehicles, weapons, equipment. You know, the uniforms.
The vehicles
and
can
it's
be
like,
done. The vehicles can be done, Officer Faulkner. But you know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, because I'm looking for the training because the training makes you more lucrative. when you got the training, man, you're more lucrative. And I've been in talks with some executive protection professionals in different states, and one guy wants me to be his Maryland Connect since I got all the certifications for that here.
Yeah, I got cash buyers that buy in Maryland. So when it comes to that aspect, my loan officers pretty much are in commercial and residential, but they notice that the aspects of if you already got a security team, you know, that can be done as long as you have a strong 650 credit score. If you don't, that can be worked on. But you know, at the end of the day, I got attorneys, people that really was trying to figure out what happened to Officer Faulkner. I said, well, you know, I don't know if he's mad at me. I don't know if he's busy. I know he's a busy black man.
It was just so busy for a moment. But trust me, we'll get with it this week and next week, definitely. So just hit me.
I'll email this right here. BSN OW. Okay, I got you.
multimedia@gmail.com.
Okay, sure. I got that.
And who says black men don't? See, this is what the manager is about: black men networking, black men getting together to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you eat, I eat, we all eat. So,
Officer Faulkner, I got the Chapter 13 bankruptcies. You know, for a lot of people that's about to lose their homes, they need to cash off. It's about hedge fund connections. Even people around the space, Ramil has tapped in when it comes to my hedge fund connections. So they're gonna buy up America. God damn it, black men, you better step up and take advantage. God damn it.
It's funny that you say that because
being a cancer survivor, Charles, will you allow me to tell my story really quick?
Please.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. A year ago at this time, I was in the hospital for blood clots in both my lungs. I was coming out of I was living in North Carolina, my wife, my daughter, and I, coming out of the bathroom. I just got really dizzy and I fell. My daughter, Sonia, bless her, jumped into action. My wife did the same thing. They got the word to 911 and they were there, I say within 20 minutes, because for a while I was unresponsive. And they got me to Mariah Parham Hospital in Henderson, North Carolina. That's where they made the discovery after an x-ray that I had blood clots in both my lungs, and they were dangerously large. A call to Duke was made, and I was flown via helicopter to Duke University for an immediate procedure. That took 2.5 hours, but they went in and they cleaned out the bulk of them, most of them. And that was on Saturday, June 5th of last year. Then they discovered a mass on my abdomen after all the clots were cleaned out. And it took a little over a week to 2 weeks to have the diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. On July 19th of last year, I had a biopsy done, and that was the confirmation. And then I started oral chemo treatments. And that's when I got chemo brain. Everything was out of sorts. I was tired physically, my brain was tired. And it was 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off with the cancer meds. And the 2 weeks on were the worst. I slept most of the time. I was inactive. I couldn't do a thing. I finished treatment in November. And by the time we had moved up here to Indiana, because they basically told me let me not get ahead of myself. Finished the treatment. And my wife decided for my family, we're moving back to Indiana because I need some help. I need my family. I agreed. and we're back here. We're back here in Columbus, Indiana.
Okay.
We drove back to Durham for an appointment on November 29th. And I got to say, that was one of the best weekends because I had it was a weekend with my wife. Stayed at a nice hotel not far from Duke University. Went out, got some dinner, watched some football, all kinds of good stuff. But the next day, we were floored because they basically said the tumor was inoperable. And they basically told my wife, Jody, that there was nothing they can do. And I got to give her a ton of credit for not breaking at that moment and staying strong, because when they said there was nothing they can do, inside I broke. And I'm thinking, now what am I going to do? How am I going to help my family? Well, we hooked up with an oncologist here, and he did an exam, and he said, let me make a phone call to Indianapolis. The phone call was to Attila Nakib. In March, we went to see him, and he drew what he would be doing in the operation. And he looked at me and said, I will take care of you. In other words, he looked me in the eye and said, let's get this motherfucker. And on April 4th, the surgery happened. They got the tumor, even though I am now missing my gallbladder, my spleen, part of my kidney, part of my pancreas, and part of my stomach. And since that time, I've had to make a lot of adjustments, and it meant 3 more trips back to the hospital for extended stays. But now I got the right medicine regimen. I know I'm going to be insulin dependent for the rest of my life, having type 2. And I have to take insulin every time I eat. And I have to take Creon, which is a digestive enzyme, every time I eat. But to Dr. Nakib and his staff, they got the motherfucker.
Okay.
They got the son. They got the son bitch.
They got their man.
Now it's just recovery time. And Charles, I have some great news for you, Charles. I have my first appointment tomorrow with my physical therapist.
Hell yeah.
I got my physical therapist tomorrow. And the folks at Ascension who have been doing my wound care for my feet. She warned me. She jokingly warned me, they're going to work you. Absolutely. She warned me, she said, Snowman, they're going to work you. I said, well, go ahead and work this, big man. I want my strength back in my legs. I want my strength back in my body. I want my strength back because I made my wife a promise. And the promise is, and y'all know I brag about her a lot, the promise I made to my wife, the week of her birthday, she's going to be out of town. And unfortunately, I can't join her. But the promise I made her, when she gets back, I am taking her to dinner for her birthday and our anniversary, and we're going to share a dance. We're going to share a nice slow dance. That's the promise I made to her, with no wounds, with no wounds on my feet. Hey, Craig Harper, woo!
Hey, Craig,
With
if you got
no wounds on my feet.
Panel, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do let's do this for as long as we can, because we got money to raise tonight for our cause. And the cause is 100 Days to Carolina, because I want to get us back home and get us in a better position. The GoFundMe is up, and I have to make edits and updates to it. But the goal is $60,000. I know it originally says 20, and there has been some money raised since last year, but I am begging everybody right now. We got to step everything up, because I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my children, my grandchildren. I want us to get back on our feet, and I want to take a lot of burden off of my wife. And I know the care is established here in Indiana, and we're going to keep it. But I want to establish care down in the Triad area, Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem, and use both. And I want to get insurance as an entrepreneur. And my wife gave me the lowdown, and it goes like this: if you can find the salary and the insurance that we need, we'll go. So that's the goal. That's the goal. And there are two possibilities of broadcast assignments waiting for me. One just confirmed Monday. I want to go. Thank you. The second one should be confirmed in July. And for those of you that listen to my broadcast on ESPN Plus, it's UNC Greensboro for 3, maybe 4 different sports. And that's going to be, I believe, like a $30,000 salary. And we're going to negotiate some insurance, all kinds of stuff.
That's
Go for it, man. Go for it.
I am.
Go for it, man. Better get that hit. Better take that hand off. That's Ricky Williams and go for it.
Just remember us. Just remember us little people when you make it big.
Officer
y'all ain't little. Y'all are a part of the crew.
I'm sorry, I said Ricky Williams. Charles, I'm sorry I said Ricky Williams. I should have said Jamal.
What was that?
Like I wanted to say. I'm sorry I said Ricky Williams, but then I'm not sorry. I would say Jamal Lewis, but again, I got to be a bit of an asshole, guys. Then again, I'm not an asshole. I'm going to think about it.
Yeah.
Well, right now, I got love for Ricky. He's a former Raven. But, Jamal.
Yeah, that's why you're with my ass.
Well, y'all know the guy. Well, y'all know one of the guys I love, and I have one of my intros set to him, Roger Craig.
Roger Craig, yep.
Roger Craig catch out the backfield. That's what make him valuable.
We got, and ladies and gentlemen, we also got the real deal for all you business owners or future business owners. You want to get with this man here. He's gonna get you the money to make money. He got you. That's his motto. I got you.
I got hedge funds right here, sir. So I'm show you my hedge fund connections, Mr. Faulkner.
Oh yeah.
Real deal. I want a piece of that too.
Yes, sir. Okay, so
I want a piece of that too. Anything to help get to. Well, you know what? Let's really dream big. 4 of us here. I'm gonna spit it out. Let's really dream big with Real Deal Financial's help and the help from anybody that contributes. Let's turn that 60 into 100. Let's turn that 60. Let's turn that 60 into 100 because I want to present my wife with a couple of presents. I won't say them here. I'll probably say them in the morning on the morning show. But let's just turn 60. Let's turn 60 into 100.
Matter of fact, let's hear what Real Deal.
Greensboro and Winston-Salem.
Okay.
And they buying Greensboro.
That's what I want to hear.
Hedge fund buys 450. So the hedge fund are willing to work with.
That's the area.
Small people.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Here.
Go ahead and finish
Winston-Salem and
go ahead and finish Real Deal. So, it's funny. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Real Deal.
Yes, sir. No, they buy all over the country. This is 6 hedge funds that I can show you. I got 22, but this is the first 6 ones I can show you where they're buying until 27. So they buy 2 on the they buy Charlotte, and they buy
sweet.
Somebody got
Baltimore,
Are you breaking up? You breaking up a little bit, real deal.
Whole screen.
Real deal. Hold on. Hold on. You're breaking up.
Okay.
I have the Colonel. Yeah,
Am I coming in clear?
You're good now. Now you are. Yeah.
You're clear.
Okay. So they buy
Yeah,
in
we got
Raleigh,
you.
Winston-Salem, they buy in Tampa, so they buy on big cities in the South.
Perfect.
So only thing they want is just a contract. So
they'll
take a lot of your fix and flipper houses.
Only thing they want is what?
Your property. Huh? They'll take some of the older homes. They want properties that are in cul-de-sacs, in cul-de-sac neighborhoods. But all 6 of these hedge funds, they will buy it at market value. So it's not like, you offer, if you have somebody that wants to sell 10 of their properties, they'll buy it at market value.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
This is one of the dreams. This is one.
All over the South, baby.
This is one of my dreams. Is that
all over the South.
Not only do I want to go, I want to have not only the security. Did I drop? Okay. Snowman will be back. Not only do I want to go and get government contracts, local contracts, state contracts, and celebrity contracts, I want to go freaking international.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have my own training facility. We're going to put the black back in black. Okay? Except without all the contracts. Except all
You're going to make Eric Smith nervous.
Huh?
You're going to make the Academy, a.k.a. former Black Order, nervous when they realize, wait, there's a black class security? Shit, they're going to make us a bet. We better step the fuck up.
All right, competition makes you great. And I want to be competitive.
Yeah, way at it. Make sure you might as well bring it to the motherland, but then again, they need to get the shit straightened out as well.
But that's the reason why. That's one of the main goals right there within a year or two, within probably 6 months or a year, is to go back to the motherland and secure them. See, if you have enough forces and enough people there you have the people who are engineers, who are plumbers, bricklayers, carpenters. If you have enough people to establish security, clean water systems, education, the motherland is actually a gold mine waiting to happen for blacks.
Yeah,
don't forget to support Craig Harper. TipsyTulips.com, baby. Woo!
Tipsy Tulips.
I put the link with the hedge funds in the back at Officer Faulkner.
Oh yeah, and
so
it's
you can
funny because
all of the South, they in the East Coast, Arizona, Texas.
Hey Charles.
Yeah.
Hey Charles.
Yep.
From what I understand, you're going to be on Brian's show on this Friday.
Yep.
Well, I wish you would wear that Liverpool jacket. I wish you would wear that Liverpool jacket. Now you got to bring out you got pissing off. You got to bring out the red. You got pissing off and bring out the Red Devil into that shit.
It's funny because black guys are missing our big broadcasters who knows the sport, who knows what the hell they're talking about from yesteryear to today, current, who takes a genuine interest in it's funny because the last 10, 15 years, we haven't talked about sports the way we wanted to in our neighborhoods for how long?
Long ass time.
And think about it.
Neighborhood.
You got guys like the Snowman who's trying to make a business out of this. You got guys like Craig Harper, who's a businessman. You got Real Deal out here.
I'll promote Craig Harper.
Let's not forget.
That follow me, so I'll do that.
All right.
Mr. Harper.
Let's not forget also on. I'll go ahead. Real Deal.
No. Go ahead and finish. I'm kidding, man. I'm drinking.
And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny? Because Craig Harper's in Atlanta, if things go right and planned well, there's a big security conference and convention in September in Atlanta. So guess what? Don't be surprised if you see me and the Harper man together on a live stream.
Better be in Magic City. I'm just saying. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I get that impulse.
Yeah, people need the Lamar Jackson that check. Yeah, they do. They need to pay that man. See, Lamar, anytime Brady endorse you, that says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
That is Brady has admitted that that's his favorite player right there. And
Mm-hmm.
do you know the type of energy Lamar brings to, like, my God, have you seen a guy that quickly become an MVP?
Have you seen a guy break so many ankles?
Yeah.
Have you seen a guy at the quarterback position break so many ankles? You know what I like about Lamar Jackson? One of the things I like about Lamar, he wears number 8. And he reminds me so much of Steve Young, only Lamar's right-handed. That's the one chink in his armor. To me, that's the one chink in his armor. You got to have more of a pocket presence. I understand the physical abilities, which are off the charts, but you got to have a pocket presence. That's the only chink in the armor for Lamar Jackson, and that is what cost him against Tennessee in that divisional playoff game where Baltimore was just absolutely crazy. M&T Bank State.
Cutting the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the middle.
M&T Bank Stadium at night. M&T Bank Stadium at night, Saturday night. Man, please.
You got to remember the adjustments they made that next year and destroyed the boys.
Exactly. In their house.
How do you hold Derrick Henry to 40 yards?
40 yards. Yep.
40 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it. You had Brandon Williams. You had Derek Wolfe. And who's the real tall guy we have on the defensive line? Was fucking
OBJ? Orlando Brown Jr.?
No, he's offense. We're talking about defensive line.
Okay.
Calais Campbell.
Calais 6'9".
And then he's like 6'9", 6'8".
6'8".
Motherfucker.
Yep.
Like a wall of a man. And it reminds me like, dude. And then they got a safety who's like, what, 6'4"?
Mm-hmm.
What's a vertical jump like?
A big-time vertical jump.
Big-time vertical. I mean, high-fiving Jesus on a cloud.
Yep. I got a question for you, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Do you have Super Bowl 35 in its entirety?
No, but shit, I'm pretty sure you can find it. I wish.
You know, Charles, let me ice your cake. I have the original CBS broadcast of Super Bowl 35 for you.
Oh man. I'll tell you this funny little story, right?
And I'm talking about the original call with Greg Gumbel and Phil Simms. I have that.
Was that the first Super Bowl or the second? That was the first one.
Yes.
Oh my God! I'll tell you this, right? For the first one, Baltimore took 2 extra days off celebrating.
Yes.
It was like an unofficial holiday. Like, we were watching the game and we were partying. We came out after the Super Bowl. We went to every goddamn club partying. No crimes. There was no crime all week. Like, oh my God, we were partying till 4 o'clock in the morning. Then the next day, got up, showered up, took like a nap, got back up and partied some more. Good
Partied
God
some
almighty.
more. And let me add to the party. Let me add to the party. And Charles, this is a present especially for you. I have the original broadcast copy, team introductions included, of Super Bowl 35. And that includes Greg Gumbel's introduction of the of both teams. The old school broadcast way, the player introductions, not the team introductions that Bill Belichick's punk ass started. I'm talking about the player introductions. I have it, and I have it for you. I will find a way to get it to you so you can have it in your files.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Chung Lee, somebody's a Street Fighter fan.
That would be me. That would be me.
I'm surprised.
I'm making adjustments to all the themes that I have on my computer. Like I said, I'm sitting here working this while we work this. And folks, if you can donate to the cause, please donate to the cause. Both the links are up. And Charles, safe to say the super chats also will come our way.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I just remembered something.
What's that?
I don't know. Since I'm not sure how big of a wrestling fan you are, Snowman, but Charles might remember this. Was it hold on, let me check when Super Bowl 35 was. The date exactly.
2001.
The date, January 20th. If you remember the following Monday, WCW had Nitro on in Baltimore.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wrestling hits.
Yes.
So I remember this one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's funny because I remember, like, I took my son to the circus, the second Super Bowl win, and the ringmaster said, "Hey, I'm in Baltimore and I'm wearing purple," and the crowd went ballistic.
I bet. Where was that? Was that at Baltimore Arena? Was that at Baltimore Arena?
Oh yeah. He said, "I'm in Baltimore. We wearing purple tonight, baby." And everybody went ballistic on it. It was funny because
what was the story? After Super Bowl 35, what was the story regarding Ric Flair again? That Monday night afterwards.
I'm trying to think because
didn't Ric Flair?
No, because
I got the match from '98 against Eric Bischoff where he laid him to waste, and that was in Baltimore.
Yeah, you got to remember that.
I got that.
You got to remember Baltimore was one of the Nature Boys' stomping grounds.
Yes.
And what makes it crazy is that the old NWA, WCW, religiously, if y'all remember, the Great American Bash was kind of almost a Baltimore tradition. You might as well say it's a Baltimore tradition, the Great American Bash.
Oh, yeah.
So if we're doing sports talk, we're going to do pro wrestling, collegiate, and Olympic wrestling. And it was like, it felt good. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you another proud moment in Baltimore. When Ron Simmons became the first black heavyweight champion.
Black heavyweight champion. God. Yes.
I mean, 92, right? That was in 92, right?
1992.
Yeah. 92. And it was so crazy because he power slammed the shit out of Vader. And Vader was
he did. Yeah, he did.
My God.
Vader was weak.
I mean, God damn. He was 450 pounds, like, up and over.
And picked him up like it was nothing.
Yeah. And I mean, good God almighty, man. The next time Ron Simmons come into town, I got to shake that man's hand. Y'all don't understand how big of a pro wrestling and comic book fan that I am. Is that
you can't deny me. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Charles.
People don't understand this, man. When they say image is everything, you're fucking right, it is.
Yes, it
is.
Because
there's a lot of old cats when they saw me in military uniform who says you make us look good. Even in the police uniform, you make us look good. And these are kids who did it. So
I love
imagine
it.
when you were always the guy never to get it, but as soon as you see a guy with the same skin as you become the man, oh, that
Hmm.
sends. Do you know what? Do you know that one victory galvanized young black men?
Mm-hmm.
Say what you
Mm-hmm.
want about pro wrestling, but the image of that guy winning when you never thought of a black man winning a championship like that. Think
No,
about think
no.
about that. Think about
You
that.
have no idea how much he's accomplished in his life before that. You're talking about Ron Simmons, first of all.
Similar.
Mm-hmm.
Similar.
Three-time FSU, three-time football American. Only one or two players to have his jersey retired from the University of Florida.
Him and Tony Atlas got together, right?
Yeah.
No, the
that
other
was
guy
so.
Rocky
Deion
Johnson.
Tony got together?
That was Rocky Johnson.
No, Deion Sanders.
But I'm just talking about
Well,
like
what?
in a later end. Because yeah,
Huh?
I know Rocky got involved with it, but didn't him and Tony clicked up? Because Ron
Nah, the
is
tag,
involved.
the tag team.
No.
he was a part of-
Wrong year.
The tag
Okay.
team member, his tag team partner was with Doom, with the Natural Butch Reed back in the
Okay.
day. They was
Yeah,
some
that was
big
in the
motherfuckers.
'80s. That was the late '80s. Atlas and Atlas, whatchamacallit, that was earlier. That was earlier in the decade.
That was like the
Simmons
early
didn't get
80s,
into the
late
sport.
70s.
Yeah, Simmons didn't get into like what? Yeah, late '70s, early '80s, and they beat Afonseca, the Wild Samoans, for the belt.
Yeah, and you got to think about this, man. It was so crazy. Like, wow, it's okay to be the big, strong, smart black guy.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's like why do you think black guys love Panther from the Thundercats? Not only you got the super strength, you're the biggest and you're the strongest and you're the smartest of all Thundercats.
Right.
So think about it. This man was a mechanical engineer, and he was also a master of all fighting arts. That's the
Yep.
that is the full totality encompassing of a warrior. Is the gentleman. We forget about that. And
Mm-hmm.
when you look at sports today, sports is supposed to be the greatest of what we can physically do. But people
Yes.
forget to note that how intelligent you have to be to accomplish to the higher ends of your sports.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let me send a shout out to Gene Deckeroff, the longtime voice of Florida State, who retired this year after the 2022 spring game. He'll still serve as the voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We were talking about Ron Simmons, talking about Florida State. 32 years, Gene Deckeroff was the voice of the Florida State Seminoles. And he had, I think it was 1990. I want to say 1990, 1989. I beg your pardon. 1989, he started serving as the voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which he still will do. And this year he retired from his post as the voice of the Florida State Seminoles. So good luck to who replaces him. You're replacing a class act, but I know they're going to pick the right person to fill that role. Someone at I'm a member of the Sportscasters Talent Agency of America, and I was tempted to go for that position, and I took my hat out of the ring when everything with UNCG popped off. When I started doing games for them. The only game that I was scheduled that I missed with UNCG was the last one, and that was on May 6th, and it started at 11 a.m. instead of 6 p.m. and I couldn't complete it because my body was just doing all kinds of reacting, and I went and laid in bed crying because I hate missing play-by-play calls. Charles, you know me. You know I love doing it. And I called Colby crying because I was in pain, and I felt embarrassed. But Colby knew what was going on, post-surgery and everything. He told me, "You get well, and we'll see if we can get you ready for Sunday." and I couldn't work. I couldn't work it Sunday because I was still in pain. My wife was so worried. I just like slept that whole weekend. But now I'm back on the mend. I'm so happy to be back on the mend and getting food in my system, watching what I eat, watching how much I eat, and that's a big thing because I got to tell you, after surgery and first week home, I couldn't eat anything because I dealt with a lot of diarrhea and a lot of vomiting. And that was over the course of a month. But as I said earlier, now I got the right meds. I have the right timing down. It's so important. And this is to anyone who's been in athletics. And I especially direct this to Charles, being a wrestling coach, being a police officer. Thank you for your service. You have to know what to eat, when, and how much if you're going to be in optimum shape. And my plan is to be in optimum shape, especially next month on the 21st when I celebrate number 50.
Woo!
I want to surprise some people.
I'm gonna give you a good tip. You or your wife go to whatever vitamin store or health store. Get the Jacema extract. They got them in pill form because studies have shown that has helped reverse diabetes.
Got it.
That is going to be a big
Thanks for reminding me because I did see a TED talk about something about the reversing type 2 diabetes. I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look for that link and send it to you guys later.
Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, Snowman.
Yes.
I'm just curious about one thing regarding your physical therapy.
Yes.
You said they're gonna work, right? So my question is, are they gonna be talking to you like the Iron Sheik, or are they gonna be talking to you like Sergeant Slaughter, maggot?
I'm probably going to get Sergeant. I talked to Casey today. I know she's going to be I know she's a sweetheart. I'm probably going to get Sergeant Slaughter. And I'm looking forward to it. I need to be pushed. I need to be challenged because Dr. Nakeeb said after the surgery, it would take about 6 weeks for me to recover. I think I'm finally on the 6 week period now to get shit done. And when
you talk about the vomiting and everything. Oh, sorry.
How's your blood flow?
It's great. Blood flow is getting a lot better because I'm on this thing called Lovenox, and I know for the foreseeable future I'm going to be on a blood thinner, which is fine because I started on Eliquis right after the blood clots came out of my lungs. So I know right now for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be on a blood thinner.
Did they ever discover the causes of the? Excuse me, Snowman. Sorry about that, but did they ever find out what was the cause of the blood clot in the first place?
No, we never got an answer for that.
I don't know, because you are vaccinated and whatnot. I'm not trying to say it's conspiracy theories and whatnot, but
understood.
So somebody's got to look into this and say, like, because you were vaccinated and everything, and they have talked about depending on the brand, there's been issues about blood clots and everything. So somebody might want to look at that. I know there are people who have to worry about blood clots when it comes to like heart medication, something like that. I think because. I saying, that high blood pressure and high blood pressure medication does raise people's risk of having strokes. So sometimes you gotta really ask them and find out what was the cause of all this. What happened? How did you get to here?
Yeah, that's one thing I know. I gotta research. To Real Deal Financial. I have a request. Can you email me your logo and website and any information tonight? Because after I get back from the doctor in the morning and after I knock out my show, which is going to start at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, I want to jump on that, get your stuff on my website, on my Listen Live page. Charles, same with you. and I want to just start putting advertisers out there. And Charles, I need your email address, because what I'm also going to construct is an advertising rate card. And I have the rates in mind. I want to get it to y'all so we can get this flowing, and I can get some live reads in for you guys. Because Sick Diggy, as you know, we are really tightening up the ship with the show.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to get segments down to, I'd say, about 15 to 18 minutes. The only time it goes over would be with the interviews, but we're trying to keep it to a minimum. And all right, I can let this cat out of the bag. 2 stations have contacted me, one in Chicago and one in Alabama, and they're interested in picking up the show.
All right.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Charles. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Brian.
Yo,
I meant to say Brian back. I know you guys are keeping a tight ship, but understand it's always going to be my fault when things get a bit loose, and I own up to that.
you know what?
So
that's what we love about you hanging with us. I'm talking about in terms of production and in terms of selling airtime. I told Jody that I'm ready to get stronger. I'm ready to do this and put everything back together. And like I said, I made her a promise that everything will be back together. That's why I want to get Black Lion and Real Deal Financial up on the page. I want to get the rate cards to you with the official Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson logo on it, so y'all can see it, so y'all can have it. It's time for us to handle business. It's time for us men to come together and handle business. So
speaking of business,
all right.
Speaking of business, we have BMT, the Battle Buddy Extraordinaire. What's up, BMT?
What's up?
40. This man running with an M16 and a 45. Those are the tools that we live by. Woo! How you feeling, BMT?
What's going on? We just had a new shipment come through that we're actually using, but I have a friend that'll be going into bounty hunting.
Nice.
They'll be going into bounty hunting. Let me see. Can I get it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this, you're fine. This right here, if Charles has seen this, this is a breach. This is a breach clear. This is a breach clear tactical shotgun that has it where you have the mounts and everything. You already know the certain type of barrel. You can actually
that motherfucker looks sexy. I ain't gonna lie.
You can load it. Yep. You can actually yes sir. And you can definitely, like I said, we'll be shipping out 5 of these tonight. 5 of these tonight. 5 of these bad boys will be going out. These are Gray Fear. These are Fear 114s, automatic tactical breach clearing shotguns. I've been doing things like this for years, and like I said, I've been talking about these types of things, but they just never picked up steam in this space.
What's funny?
I was on the panel with you every time you talked about it, BMT. I was on every.
It's kind of funny because it's kind of funny because as I grow bigger, I'm gonna need a person who can supply weapons. I'm gonna need a person who I can be like, look, we got this guy out there where you are. Can you go get him for us? And it's funny because now the networking, we got the guy with the finance, we got the guy for the weapons and the training. Hey, it's time to become, and then when you got a sweet tooth, we also got Craig Harper. So I think there's a real big convergence in either, July when it comes to BlurCon, people can, I'm gonna be outside and I'm gonna have a table where we can meet and drink. Not meet and greet, but meet and drink. God damn it! But
I love it.
Well, we're gonna get, and then in Atlanta in September, which is another goal, is to go to that security conference and convention where you're going to see all the latest, the latest tech in security. You're going to see a lot of the premier security firms, and to pass out cards and information. Oh man, I got to show you my official letterhead that has not only my name, my logo, but even then on the page it's the logo. And I mean, when you talk about Black Lion, we're gonna style
and
and profile because hey, even,
Hey,
like I said,
that reminds me. I gotta ask a question.
hold on, neighbor. Let BMT finish.
like I said, this
All
was
right, go
a
ahead.
thing, and I remember when me and Charles sat down behind closed doors and we had this conversation, and we went in depth and we started breaking down things like very analytically. And I was like, Charles, go. Like, you trust me. Like, you're gonna see for yourself. And I want you to hear that from my heart, Charles. I'm very proud of you on your journey. On how you're
Agreed. We are proud. We are proud of you. And BMT, I'm very proud of you, my man. Well, I know we haven't had a chance to hook up a lot, but I've seen you on the panel. I'm very proud of you and the business that you're doing. Same with Real Deal Financial. I'm proud of everybody on this panel, and I appreciate it.
And we're proud of you for kicking the shit out of cancer. You're gonna get to those guys. If you need protection, hey, let me know.
Well, like I said, Real Deal Financial and Black Lion, I will officially make two of my first big time advertisers, because the stations that contacted me sell airtime. So if I gotta buy it to get this show across the country and not just using the internet, then the hell with it. I want to build this thing. I want to be on terrestrial stations. I know I said the opposite before, but my goal by the end of this calendar year is to have a spot on Sirius XM and really blow things up.
Yes, sir.
That's why
it's such a big market for that because everybody there's people who can't talk about sports without putting some political means behind it. We want to go back to the old school. Do you know the stats? Can you measure this guy against this guy? Like, I want to go.
That's what we do on our program. That's what we do.
Leave all the politics out of it.
The players.
We hate politics in sports, and we've said this 100,000 times. We keep politics out of sports, and we just bring the sports talk. What happened? Who did what? How big of an impact was it? Can you have fun with this? Can you have fun with the subject? And can you have fun with the folks that are tuning in? I'm making this. No, me and Cole and our staff, and yes, we have a staff, even though Cole is serving as EP right now. I'm going to bring in a producer that will push all the buttons, I want.
At least you ain't trying to figure out who voted for who.
Hell no.
Because boy,
hell no.
You had the Long sons, Chris Long, and the other Long. That's an offensive lineman getting questioned who they voted for. At least you ain't doing that.
Yep. No. See, this is why the old school sports talk has returned with Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, because we don't talk politics. We keep politics out of this. We just go by who did what happened, and we give our opinions. And there's so much that needs to get done on our initiative, 100 Days to Carolina. And I haven't seen a donation yet, but yeah, please subscribe to the channel. Snowman in the Morning 50 is the ID that you need. I chose that number because I'm turning 50 this year, and it's a benchmark for me. When I was told back in the day in Chicago I wouldn't survive 21, here I am on the verge of turning 50, and I'm damn proud of it.
Such a blessing,
and my beautiful wife. Yep, my beautiful wife turns 50 in a couple weeks.
Snowman,
And
Brian,
I saved your email, sir. I really want to position you for these hedge funds because they want all over Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and Charlotte.
Position me. Let's get it. Let's get it, man.
Because
I want to get. Let's get that started
in Baltimore. I really tried, but I got Charlotte on lock.
Okay. Let's get it.
Because
let's get it. I mean, it's time. It's time.
Me sharing my screen, the roads of you going the 100 days of Charlotte. That Charlotte trip is going to be the most profitable because they want the whole entire South. Baltimore, Baltimore buyers that buy in West Baltimore.
Yeah, because my plan is to get some good old fashioned land, put up an outdoor range, an indoor range, just an old school training facility. Get some mats in there for the wrestling, the grappling, the striking.
You're gonna make a lot of money, and you're gonna make a lot of money when the election times come around, 22 and 2024.
Oh yeah. No,
I want to get some. My goal is, and my wife and I talked about this. We want to get some land, and we want to grow our own food, and basically turn it into a farm. We want to have a farm, but we want some modern amenities.
In contact with my man Rex. He got connections when it comes to the farming in Indianapolis as well.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell you, if you know anybody, because we're going to be promoting anybody in the state of Maryland who's a politician or want to be a politician and they need the protection, let me know. Because we're Thursday.
Well, pretty much you and your homie Shattered is pretty much going to be subdivisions when it comes to these hedge funds because they're going to need security for the subdivision because they're going to charge $3,000 a month in rent, Airbnb.
Yeah.
Charles, I thought of something.
Yes, sir.
We need to call in Mike V.
Oh yeah.
Because we're going to need also somebody on cybersecurity and everything like that.
Yes.
Security is both physical and cyber.
Definitely gonna need that.
And I've talked to him offline as well, because Thursday I know me and my boys are gonna sit down and have a good old fashioned business meeting.
Charles, you and I need to do the same because, like I said, I have something to send to you. A real deal. I have something to send to you, which is the rate card and the prospectus,
well, I got
which I'm working on.
I got Charles. I got email and I got the contact info for Officer Faulkner. So
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I got my own officers. They all over the country. A lot of these people gonna have the situation of selling. That's where black men need to get in the middle of it, and black men need to be contractors and the armed security of those neighborhoods that the hedge funds and institutions and foreign investors be getting.
Oh yeah, because I'm trying to get licensed in Pennsylvania, DC, Virginia.
So if it's going to be Pennsylvania, Charles, I don't mean to cut you off, but if it's going to be Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh is where they buy. Because that list that I showed you, they all up and down Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, because I'm trying to get as many people. I'm trying to get as many people, and I know that I'm going to be suited and booted for the convention.
There you go.
That's another goal of mine. And Thursday, I know I gotta go. And we're gonna have a business meeting. I'm gonna have my iPad. I'm gonna have my graph. I'm gonna have my laptop. I'm gonna have my papers. And it's funny because I'm like this. My motto, besides the protection of the pride with the pride of protection with the protection of the pride. You gotta love that motto. It's also, if it doesn't make dollars, then it don't make sense.
Exactly. Then I will give you a live read. I will give you a live read right now. Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, brought to you by Black Lion Security, the protection of the pride with the pride of protection. How's that?
Ooh. Oh, that's great. That is great. And
we're going to turn that into. We're going to work hard and turn that into a 30 and a 60-second commercial. Like I said, I'll send you the rates. Okay. You get that business loan. I'll give you a full year deal at a little bit of a discount. Because let's go. Let's go, baby.
That's what it's going to, because I need that business loan. Because
Yep.
one, I need to go to training. I've talked to Israeli Tactical in North Carolina and in Florida. They're even taking money off because I'm a black veteran.
Love
I'm
it.
trying to go to I'm trying to send myself and a few others to instructor school, where you'll not only be SWAT qualified, you'll be instructor qualified, advanced executive protection qualified.
Okay.
And that right there is going to be something special, because one, in the current day, we have an issue with active shooting.
Yes.
We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna be lulled. We're not gonna be outgunned. By the time I'm finished, every officer that works for me, I don't know if to call them agents or officers, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
Yeah.
Every officer or agent that works for me will be qualified in handgun, shotgun, and rifle. I'd be damned if I send somebody out there to be outgunned.
Right. And I'll be damned if I don't get you guys' businesses out there using the vehicle that I have. I mean, Colin Cowherd said it best when he left ESPN for Fox, when he asked the question of ESPN, can I have proprietary relationships with my advertisers? See, that's what I'm going to have with some of my advertisers. And I know the stations that I contact, they're going to get their own, and I get that. But I want proprietary relationships with my advertisers, because I want to turn my show into, and this is a goal I've said for 2 years now, and I'm going to continue to say it. I want to turn my show and my company, Snowman Digital Media, into $2 billion annually. Not million, billion.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a goal.
And my goal is to do that within 24 months.
Well, if you're gonna do that, big homie, you need to get to these commercial assets, sir. So that's why
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I got the realtor that got the buyers. They just need some leads.
Okay.
So people
we're gonna have a real good
made money with me. Angry Man has made money with me in the space, and that's confirmed. If you say Real Deal Financial, Angry Man said I made some money with him.
Okay.
And guess what? Because not only the training, and shout out to South Shaolin Fist. Woo! Trust me, I got nothing but love for the Fist of Shaolin, coming from a guy who's the son of a, Shorin-ryu karate 3rd degree black belt.
Love it.
My father still got the moves at 65, and it's funny because when you're looking at vehicles, when you're looking at technology, drones, all kinds of things that I'm planning on, it's going to be something else. Because see, this is the thing that always hinders black business is capital.
Yes.
All we need is the capital.
That's something I have desperately needed for 25 years. It's the capital. I can go to. I'm sorry, Charles, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this hit me in the feels. Black businesses that are run by black men that actually put their necks out there to get their businesses out there can't seem to get the capital. And the capital is not only going to help their business. I will make this very personal. It's not only going to help their business, it's going to help their damn families. It's going to help.
That's why we in business. That's why we in business. God damn it.
That's exactly why we in business. God damn it. But it's the capital, and Real Deal. We are going to hammer something out this week.
Okay. Well, I got everybody's personal. I got everybody's personal, so I got everybody's contact line. I'm gonna give everybody the situation of my loan officers, my attorneys. You guys can be able to figure out, okay, this is what we can do. The biggest way how to be able to get good line of credit is to find a commercial asset. I got this one property I'm gonna show y'all guys. It's on 40112 Todd Street. Owner financing, if you can be able to have the situation where if your personal credit is straight, you can get business credit with Key Bank. Key Bank does a no-doc business loan. If you're in, you get even more bennies. And repeat that again. If you are a veteran, you can get more bennies off of keybank.com and PenFed with Navy Federal. So for the people that say, well, real deal, I don't got the best credit. You guys can go to Trade Line Supply and buy the best trade lines. If you got $100, you could get $30,000 in line of credit added to your credit. So I'm gonna share my screen.
How much do we need?
$300. This is not my website, but I use Trade Line Supply for my personal. My girlfriend used Trade Line Supply for her personal credit, and other clients that I fixed the credit with. My guy Jerry Burton, the credit doctor in Maryland, Fort Washington, mind you. Jerry Burton, the credit doctor. We do the credit repair. We get bankruptcies, tax liens, child support. We get all that stuff off the credit. We get them qualified for a situation for $20,000, $30,000 in personal line of credit. Then they can use an LLC, get a good starting balance sheet where if you got a job, you get those job payroll checks wire transfer to your LLC, so that can help 6 months to get a strong, healthy balance sheet. So when key banks say, okay, we do no doc to low doc, we just need your credit score to be 710, under 50,000, we can be able to give you a loan, no questions asked.
Well, that's what I need right now is to get
stated income
our credit built. We need our credit built up, especially now with me coming off of cancer surgery. And here's the kicker. I never disclosed this. I never disclosed this. I never disclosed this, but I need to disclose this. And Charles, I've told you, I think Sig Diggy had told you, you want a real kick in the ass? You want a real deal? I really need you because I really got this as a kick in the ass. And my wife told me this. I have been officially classified as disabled, but I can't get any disability benefits for it.
That's some bullshit. We need to hook you up with a. We need to somehow. We need a lawyer for you. That's another reason why we need to get the money, because we need to find a lawyer for you for disability, because you should have been on it, and that's another stress that comes with
person to do it.
And it's a stress against my wife that I hate, because my wife is the one who told me that I got classified as disabled. We got the SSI letter, but can't get any benefits. And the stupidest reason is because of her salary. That's what I was told. That's what I was told, man.
That should not even fucking matter.
Did they give you the excuse of the household income situation? Because they did the same thing to my military father until he got a lawyer from Rep for Vets. But if you're a veteran, Rep for Vets is the best military lawyer ever. Rep for Vets. If anybody that's a military veteran that hasn't got their 100%, 110% military disability yet, you better go to Rep for Vets. God damn it, they some good red and white boys. I'll take care of you. They in Florida, and they got good review.
Yeah, that's that, folks. If you're paying attention right now, if you're here, please hit the PayPal and the GoFundMe, because we're going to be doing this often, once maybe twice a week, till we reach the goal. And believe me, I said let's turn 60 into 100. I mean every word of that. The original listing I have on the GoFundMe site is 20, and I'll keep it there. But between the four of us, let's multiply that 20 by 5 and turn it into six figures.
Well, shit, two to three Winston-Salem deals, people that got beat up ass properties, that can go to the hedge fund. You can get it right there. And I'm not even lying to you. I'm not even lying to you.
Okay. And
these hedge funds buy over market rate.
We'll get those and we'll flip them.
That's why I was itching scratching for Charles to come back my email, because I already got 2 Orlando deals that I'm coaching with my man Carlos Intinez, realtor in Miami, Florida, the best contractor that worked on Mar-a-Lago. God damn it! So he the real deal as well. So when it comes to that situation, sir, I got everybody's contact. 2 Winston-Salem deals, maybe 1 Charlotte deal, because they're buying 20% over market rate. I know it's fucked up because hedge funds is buying the properties where nobody can buy nothing, but this is an opportunity where they are willing to work with little people like you and me that don't got 50, 60 million to buy 300 homes a month. Because really, man, people that's in armed security, they're going to make the most money because people like Michael Bloomberg, you see how many black goons that he got on deck? Man, he got 12 black goons, earpieces
on deck.
On deck. Anytime when he pop up in New York, he got goons. Clinton, when he every time when he's in the hood over my area in LA, over there in Inglewood, over Big Mama house, getting some pancakes, he got some goons ready and available, 15 black men, about 6 white women, and about 5 crazy looking white boys. Navy SEALs. All military trained. So at the end of the day, man, when it comes to situations,
hold those deals for me.
No
because
problem.
I will respond.
They gonna keep on buying, Snowman. So when it comes to the situation, it may not be in a form of a GoFundMe, but we can get to that mark.
Okay.
They're buying 100,000. That's not even far fetched because I had people like Angry Man make money off the situation. Ramil made money off the situation. People that's from Indiana. And plus, I managed to get my channel up and going inside of 2 years, just based on the aspect of me actually getting people those actual resources. So if it comes to grants, your wife can get some grants. She can be 51%. That's funny. I am 2 minutes away from Inglewood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got Inglewood.
Is the forum still standing?
The forum is still there. It's not being used for nothing. You know, Magic Johnson, he got all the east side of LA. You know, that's why when it came to training day,
and
you had them big buff
and it's not the great
day. That's only how you got that scene is because Magic Johnson gave the okay.
And it's not the Great Western Forum, it's the Fabulous Forum.
The Fabulous Forum. You know, it's a Fabulous Forum. You know, my pops on the phone always telling me that shit all the time, boy. See, he remembers the currents and everything. See,
because I'm so familiar with Lawrence Tanter, who's the longtime PA voice of the Lakers, and how he would greet the fans. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fabulous Forum. I missed that.
Yeah, man, we all missed the Showtime Lakers. Even people that wasn't from that generation missed the way how everything was nice, glitz, glossy, glamorous, championship wins, presentation that's off the chain, the LA Forum. You know, you got,
and it was so regular, and it was so anyone who watched the NBA, anyone who watched the NBA on CBS back in the day. What were the 2 arenas that they showed, or 3 before Chicago Stadium showed up later? What were the 3 arenas they showed the most for games? The Spectrum in Philadelphia, Boston Garden, and the Forum.
The Forum, that's LA greatness, baby. That's LA greatness, man. That's West Coast till I die. But the Forum is not being used, and now we got the Crypto Center. Now we got the Crypto.com Center.
You know what they need to bring back?
I'm not even a fan.
Remember when the Lakers would be introduced at the Forum and they had the band? And they had the Laker band there.
Always used to show me the clips. My pops always used to show me the presentation. That's why you and my pops really need to be on the phone, man. I need to do a 3-way call,
man.
Because y'all, he would love it where you got all the information, you got all the clips. He can be able to relive LA 70s and 80s galore because he loved 83.
Oh man,
he loved it. 83 and 87.
Man. And that's I live in the old school. I absolutely live in the old school because that's where I got my start. I started watching full time in 1980 when my mom was a Showtime Laker fan and the Lakers beat Philadelphia to win the title.
With Magic Johnson at center.
The only player
He had the most points though. Jamal Wilkes, he had the most points. He did it silently.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Yeah,
Magic Johnson.
Jamal.
No. Jamal had 37 that game. That was game 6 in Philadelphia. He had 37. Magic had 42.
Okay.
Real deal?
Yes, sir.
Real deal? I think that's something that Snowman forgot to mention.
Yes, sir.
In that championship final. A certain Dr. J, Julius Irving, when he looked at this young Magic Johnson, he realized, I created a monster.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he sure did.
See.
Please explain to him what I'm talking about, Snowman.
But
could you please explain what I'm
that was the game that put Magic on the map. And what a lot of people don't realize that still don't do their research, and Sick Diggy, Charles, you guys know I preach doing your research. The thing is, Paul Westhead was so worried that he wouldn't have Abdul-Jabbar, or Captain as he's well known as, because of his migraines. Magic sauntered up to Paul Westhead and said, never fear, Magic's here.
With a big ass smile.
With a big smile. 20 years old. 20 years old. And he's smiling like a fool, or as a friend of mine once said, cheesing like a fool. And he went and did that in Philadelphia.
Don't forget the backstory. Because I don't think anybody remembers who's responsible for the fact that Magic entered the league after his junior year.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't sure, because remember it was after Michigan State Spartans won the national
championship against Indiana State.
Against Larry Bird's Indiana State.
Absolutely.
Larry Bird was on. That's where the rivalry between the two began.
Mm-hmm.
The hit from the French Lick.
French Lick.
Yep. But it was Julius who sat him down and said, listen, man, your stock is on the rise. There's no guarantee that your stock will remain this high when you go through your senior year. So I think now's a good time for you to end at the draft.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. That's the one thing about Magic Johnson you can say. He never lost his smile.
Yeah.
Especially when they called it tragic. That was ooh. And I didn't mean 83, I meant 84. 84 they won the title in 84.
Yeah, 84 where he
election year.
But the crazy part is he got even in 85. They lost the title in Boston in 84. They won the title in Boston in 85.
See, that's why I like Snowman. I like you already. See, you already got 50 years. That's why
you guys understand
the conversation.
Well, I thank you for that. It's just
Excuse
something.
me, I gotta go left because I think something was forgotten from the show earlier today.
What's
but
that?
I'm gonna bring it to the show tomorrow, the next show. But I want to get clear with you, Snowman. Oh, I need to drink water too. Where's my whistle here? Say this right. First of all, Rain Man, understand that it's not Big Diggy talking to you. This is the third of space anymore, bro. And don't be mad. It's not his fault. He just got possessed. You know where he comes from? But that's not what I was trying to get at.
That's an imitation of my buddy Chris Bass, who's on every Friday with us. And man, when he's on with us, everything goes south and goes left, and I love every minute of it.
How big is he, first of all? How big is Chris?
I haven't seen him in a while, but I don't know. I haven't seen him in a bit because I haven't been to Chicago in a while.
Like 6'5" or something like that. 6'4" could that be?
6'3". I want to say 6'3".
Okay, it's my height. But he's a big motherfucker.
Big guy.
Big old boy.
Big boy.
Yeah. But anyway, that's not the impression I want to go for. What I wanted to say was, Amber Alert! Ben Simmons was last spotted at a men's department store in Minneapolis, Minnesota. What was he doing there? I'll explain what happened. He was in there, dressed like he was, in a really ridiculous way. And next thing you know, he saw Morris Day and started looking at it inside eye.
Oh, Jesus.
While JB was holding the mirror for Morris Day, man. And then he started to mock him. And Morris Day was like, oh, no, come here, motherfucker. What you doing out here? Because he had to give him a big dressing down with the time over there. So, you know, while he was dressing down, the time were all going, yeah. JB still holding the mirror. And you know,
oh my gosh.
Morris Day had to look at him and say, let me tell you something, boy. You know, you messing up, you're slacking everything, but that's all bad. But let me tell you something.
Was Jerome with him with the mirror?
No, it was JB. Jerome was the one. No, Jerome had to be held back by Jesse from trying to put his hands on Benson.
Oh my heavens.
Jimmy Jab and Terry Lewis are looking like, yeah, we can make a track about this shit right now. Let's get a studio.
You think? You think?
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
heavens.
The last thing that Ben Simmons heard was this.
Oh my God.
Oh, by the way, I just want you. Oh, by the way, Ben, I just, still want to stay here, but I want you to stay and son.
Oh,
like that classic song of mine.
Stop it.
I guess light-skinned people got to stick together, I guess.
I guess.
Got to do it, Finn.
Oh, my heavens. Oh,
but you know what I'm about. Ain't nobody bad like me.
Yo. 779311.
Man.
Oh.
Man.
You remember Get It Up?
Yeah.
Oh, here's the song I remember. And of course, this could be used to like target everybody in the league. It was the B-side to when Ice Cream Castle came out as a single. There was a B-side called Tricky.
Mm-hmm.
That one bit in the beginning where, like, just Morris Day was hitting whoever it was. It was meant to add they were just it was targeted at whatchamacallit. What's his name? George Clinton as a joke. But the insult he had in there fits. The insult he had right there that fits just about anybody in the NBA I could think of who's really a fucking fashion playboy.
Oh God. See, the fashion in the NBA was suits for me. Okay, shirt and ties for me. All right.
Until Russell Westbrook wore a dress. He went Billy Porter.
Oh God. See, this is why I miss
Wade with the pearl necklaces. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
with the capri pants.
Man, the 90s conservative compared to now. Shit, you got
it is.
You got Westbrook in here in LA dressing like he trying to get the cross guard job at your local school.
Cross guard.
Yeah, that orange shit like he worked for the city of LA or something.
I bet he put cones around construction sites during the weekend, huh? Or especially the off season.
Oh my gosh! Stop it!
The post up signs over
there in the it. Oh man!
They got a hard hat he can wear without messing up his do.
I don't know. Yeah.
By the way, I'm a hard hat baby. If anybody doesn't know, I'm a hard hat baby because my dad was an engineer, so I'm no stranger to construction sites.
Yeah, but the kicker in this whole thing, for me, was being informed that I am now officially classified as disabled and I won't get paid for it.
That's
the government
fucked
won't
up,
do
man.
won't do anything.
Man. That's fucked
See,
up, man.
that reason right there, that puts some more stress on my wife because she's working as hard. She's working as hard as she is.
Snowman, this is where I'm here to say that big dog, big homie, don't worry about that. Even on the aspect on that level, we can still get you grants. It'll be the aspect of your wife 51 and you're 49%, but the funds still go back to the household.
There's a workaround always. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Then my question is this:
yes,
how fast can you get them? How fast? How fast can this be done?
I'm gonna give you some free ones. Citizens Bank in September, actually pretty much the whole summer through November, but preferably September. They're gonna provide a lot of business grants, still from the PPP money that they didn't still spend. Citizens Bank.
Citizens Bank
for the people that's down south, for all my Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia people. BB&T Bank, and also DMV. Matter of fact, did I say Care Credit? Yes. Care Credit is the best credit card for medical bills. They'll give you a $10,000 line of credit. Care Credit, write that down. Key Bank, no doc business loans. Plus, my loan officers has non-qualified mortgages for the people that's still trying to get another investment property, but just have the aspect where the credit is just not pristine.
Yeah. Well, right now, all I want to do is just find. I just want to find a place where we can settle. I want to find a condo where my wife can have an office and I can have an office, or someplace where
Charlotte condo.
Triad, because that's where UNCG is, and that's where I'm possibly going to be working.
See, that's where I need to get more detailed feedback. I do got realtors that's all over the up and down Maryland, DMV area.
Mm-hmm.
I did ask about that. Remember?
Okay.
No. I did ask Snowman about that the other day.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got loan officers that can get you approved in all 48 states. So, and I got a white boy that's from Chicago that can get you the corporate credit. That's why I try to put that proposition through Charles Officer Faulkner's ear. Because the corporate credit can help a security firm to get assets, trucks, guns, hose, whatever you need, nigga. That's funny, like Snoop Dogg said when he went to No Limit. We had guns and money and hoes.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Real estate finance. This is Chris Face. I'm just wondering, can you hook me up with some real estate here at the South Side, or some real estate from my scalp? My hair needs to come back home.
Well, I'm gonna tell you to create an LLC.
Hey, I gotta make the man laugh here somehow. He's gotta laugh about shit.
Yeah, man, laughter has been a weapon for us to get through everything.
Hey, by the way, Brian, I've seen a picture of you and your wife. My question is this: how tall are you, and how tall is she?
I am 6'5". She is 5'3".
Okay.
God damn! No. I got a friend of mine. She's around the same height as your wife.
Shit,
but her husband's like
player
6'7".
in Madden. Rated player. I want my player to be 6'5". Goddamn, I'm only 6 feet.
She calls me tall man around the house, and I gotta share this funny story. When we first lived together, she needed me to get something out of one. She needed me to get something out of one of the cabinets, and I did. And I put it on the counter because she was baking something, and I watched her use it, and she put it back, and I thought she was done, so I put it back in the cabinet. I'm getting ready to head out the kitchen, and she says, "Tall man, I'm not done yet." Oops.
Shit. My mom is like 5'4", and and all her kids are like and her children are between 5'7" and 6'3".
Man, I thought I would. I thought I would just tap out at 5'7" because my dad was the tallest person in the house at 5'8". So I thought, man, I'm not gonna top 5'8". And I was 14. Man, summer of '87 happened, and I grew from 5'7" to 6'1" in 3 months.
That's a growth spurt. That's a growth spurt.
I put my feet on the floor and I'm going to be 50 next month and I'm still feeling it. I mean, I put my feet on the floor one morning and my legs and my feet start tingling and I'm going, okay, something's wrong here. And I immediately yelled out, Dad, I got a problem. He comes in and he looks up at me and he says, go to the basement. I'm going to measure you. So I went downstairs, went to the basement, and I think that mark is still there, 6'1". And then I tapped out at 6'5" on my 21st birthday. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's another thing that I want to discuss this evening. I want to discuss the reason Charles is doing so well on YouTube. And Charles, do me a favor, put up my YouTube page, please. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel monetized for talking sports and talking life. 6 years ago, I met Charles through a mutual friend, Matt Granahan, and a shout out to Matt Granahan. And I'm putting his old podcast up on my new website here in the next couple of days. We were on the phone online live for 3 hours talking about men's rights and how men get shafted at almost every chance and almost every turn. That's what started it. And that's something I'm an advocate and I believe in. Because men not only get shafted by the system, they get shafted by regular people. The example I offer is the case of my daughter, Donna. Donna died when she was 2. But I was there the day she was born when Liz gave birth to her. And I signed the birth certificate because I am very proud to be her father. Her family intercepted all our plans. Eventually, I was forced to move back to Chicago. I wasn't allowed to see Donna, but Liz, bless her heart, said Donna's turning 1 and she wants to see Papa. So I snuck down to Indy. She picked me up. We went to the birthday party. She recognized me and jumped in my lap and fell asleep in my lap. And then she mashed her head into a cake. And somehow Liz's aunts and uncles found out that I was there at the party with the adopted parent, with the parents that were officially adopting her. And as I've told this story, I'll say it the truthful way. I lost Donna twice, once to adoption and once to death.
Yeah.
I had my time as a father stripped from me. It's been the most unfair thing. It nearly led me to suicide. It nearly led me to say, fuck it, I'm done. But I didn't. Because even in death, I knew Donna would be highly disappointed if I gave up. And I think about that to this day. And I think of all the men that don't have a chance to raise their children, one reason or another. And they don't have the resources. And no one will talk about this except Charles and I. And Charles, you were on the phone with me that night when we brought this up. The men don't not only have the resources, but don't get them when they need it. And I'm talking about when they need it bad, when they're fighting for their children, when they're fighting for their lives.
Has anybody seen the documentary The Red Pill by any chance? Because they
No.
interview a lot of MR groups about that. Although I was very skeptical about it.
We were talking about this stuff like before, like 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
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 We were talking about this before a lot of
before a lot of the wave of YouTubers that are up now trying to talk about this.
Yeah, we were talking about how Matt went through his situation with his daughter, how how I was going through it with my son's mother at the time, and it just to let y'all know, Matt's a white guy, and it's funny how, you know, we get so stuck on our differences that we don't even take time to understand our similarities.
Exactly. And that night brought the three of us together forever.
Yeah.
That night brought the three of us together forever.
It was so crazy. If things would have worked out, I would have done a charity pro wrestler match against Dan to be Severn.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Dan still game.
But that was a 3-hour and I'm going to find that archive and post it. But that was a 3-hour conversation that I'll never forget.
And it's crazy because it's one of those things that, you know, when people say, "Well, how long you been talking about this?" For a very long time.
Same.
Oh
Same.
man. Whew. Man.
One story I can think of, and this was on the Black Phillip show. Somebody called in. He wanted to talk about what we call father's rights. Why? Because this individual, first of all, was an Iraqi war veteran. He just came home from deployment, disabled and everything. And he apparently, his ex-wife had gotten full custody of their daughter through absentia. They had given her the right in absentia because he had been deployed. Nobody in his family said he had been deployed.
Oh God!
And
that's horrible.
This was back in it was. But what was even worse is to find out that the money, the money he was making, it had gone to the mother's substance abuse and everything. So when he called into the show, he talked about how his frustrations about it, and Patrice looked at him and said, "You're not thinking about doing something really fucked up, are you?" And he said, "Don't think I don't have a few shells lined up." But Dante Nero, his co-host, said, "Listen, he can still refile. He can still refile for custody, because because this veteran claimed that he had first of all, he was not going to get his money back, that was for sure, but he had a place to stay for his kid because he had some property. He had a farm and some acres, and his priority was make sure because he did not want his daughter growing up in a toxic environment.
Right.
So his child back. So Dante said, "No, you can refile," and because he's the vet said he had the evidence to prove that she was an unfit parent and everything. I'm not sure what happened, but Patrice looked at him and said, "Listen, dude, you got to do the right thing, but keep emotions out of it." And the vet looked at him and said, I'll just keep it business." And that's when they said, "Operation Fuck This Hoe." That's what this is. Operation Fuck This Hoe. He probably got his kid back. But there are two songs I think about when you guys talk about situations like this about fathers being taken away and whatnot. Men being robbed. One is a guy that had a song in the late 90s, 2000 called "Why You Want to Take Me From My Baby."
Mm-hmm.
But there's another song I can think of. It's by Lamar. No, not Kendrick Lamar. This is a Lamar. This is an Englishman named Lamar, British Nigerian. He had a song called "Call Me Daddy," and the story of the song is it's from the perspective of a man who is dealing with the loss of a child through a miscarriage, and how his better half miscarriage is kind of like created a wedge between them, and he just doesn't know what to do. He's beside himself. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to help her feel the pain. And he keeps asking himself, like, when it's time for me to go across the other side, will I see you? And are you going to recognize me? The song is called "Call Me Daddy."
Yeah, that hits me. That hits me in the heart.
Yeah, I could. But on a positive, Snowman, like you said, you want to help your family and everything, right?
Yes.
You want to keep this promise. There's a song by Dakota Moon called "A Promise I Made to You."
I will definitely look that song up.
Dakota Moon, "Promise I Made to You." I mean, I listen to that song. It's acoustic, everything by four brothers.
Yo, can I tell you some crazy shit right now from a real life client?
Let's go.
Did you know that Joe Biden had the nerve to put his ex-wife that he's been divorced for 15 years on his tax return and stating that he has to proof of insurance on her and him? Due by the fact of 1095
What's the reason?
A.
Well, first of all, my question to you is, who's his accountant?
Well, his accountant, I am not connected with his accountant per se, but he is a client that pretty much told me this week when it came to the situation of his ex-wife and his kid, he has to show proof of insurance, that he got proof of insurance. And when they gave him the form in the mail, they gave him the form to him, pretty much making it pointless. Because he's supposed to get the form to his kid. I don't know, man.
I am shocked.
He's trying to make a way for their kids, man, but it seemed like his tax return is in limbo with 12 other million people.
Wow.
I just remember saying, I thought of something. There's also somebody else whose YouTube channel we need to plug. And he's in the same arena as Real Deal here. Alonzo Hall, the All-Star Advisor.
That's my guy. He helps me. He locks me down when it comes to New York. He's my New York realtor, baby.
I love it.
Alonzo Hall, All-Star Advisor.
It's all about networking.
Definitely will plug that.
And I like to say this before we get out of here. One, I'm going to need Rob. I'm going to need anybody who was in the service and the police department, fire department, corrections. And I'm going to do another almost semi-annual or annual, black, public safety forum where we get a lot of black guys and ladies to talk about how does it feel to be in the public safety aspect and being black. Notice you didn't hear Brandon Tatum do this. Notice you didn't hear anybody else on YouTube do this. We're going to do the forum here again. So tell all your friends it's coming in the next, either this week or next week, we're going to do the forum. It's always a great time and great insight. Any last words?
Well, thank y'all
sorry. Go ahead, Snowman.
Thank y'all for doing this. We didn't get any donations tonight, but doggone it, we're going to keep doing this and we're going to keep trying. And to Real Deal Financial, we will hook up within the next 48 hours so I can lay my hands on lay my hands on those hedges.
Because the hedge funds
But,
is the money. That's the money source. I'm waiting for my $4,000 check from the last deal, so that's gonna be wire transferred or probably sent to the mail. But that's my personal line. That's in the back.
Can I borrow some of that to help get the family going, please, or get me some supplies?
We can talk on the back chat, man. We can talk to the back.
That's
chat.
all I need.
I have no
That's
problem.
all I need.
I have no problem.
That's all I need. Thank you.
And I have no problem helping. Plus, I want to interview you on my channel. Plus,
Done.
So, yeah, man.
Done.
We can do
absolutely done
as well, man. So I got Officer Faulkner. I got your contact. Got your contact. I put my contact in the back chat. Hell, I put the link where the hedge funds are buying and willing to cash y'all out in the back chat as well. So that link is to y'all. Officer Faulkner, please remember that link is to the hedge fund.
Oh, yeah.
Wide, sir.
Oh, yeah. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming tonight. We might not have got our donations, but guess what? We're not going to stop quitting. We're going to be our brother, his champion, and his savior. Woo! And we got.
Thank you. Thank you. We're out of here.
Hold on, Brian.
Peace.
Hold on, Brian. I got something for you. Brian?
Yes.
One last laugh for you. Amber alert! Ben Simmons was last seen at Paisley Park for a Prince benefit. But unfortunately, he was forced to leave early because his girl got mad at him for checking out Apollonia a little too friskily.
And on that note, we're out of here. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
We're coming back, baby.
Yes, we are. We'll see you in a week.